Hello. So this week you will review what you've learned about monarchies, governments with a king or queen as the leader, and democracies, a government where citizens elect or vote for leaders. You're going to compare and contrast them and write about them. So to start out with, you will go to Raz Kids and you will read these two books, Election Day and Ancient Egypt. And then you will write on this page, page 3, about each of those books. On page 4, you will watch this video about Baby Loves Democracy. And the words are on here, but also remember that you can always click CC right here to turn on closed captions. And if you click this button, the picture will get nice and big. So as you read this video, you can stop it whenever you want to. And write here what happens on election day, who chooses the leaders in a democracy, how do people decide who gets their vote, how old do voters have to be, and who wins the election. The beautiful part of a video is you can watch it as many times as you want to until you understand it. Now on this page, you're going to write words about democracy in each circle. So for instance, if on this video, from this video, you learned that the people choose the leaders, then you can write that here. People choose the leaders. And in each of these circles, you're going to write different words about democracy. Now on this page, you're going to use these words to write sentences. First, democracy is, and maybe you will write democracy is when the people choose the leaders. And that's using what you wrote here about people choose leaders, and you turn that into a sentence. So you can do that for more. And if you want to add more sentences, just go up here to this plus button and you can add a new slide and then you could add more sentences. I would love it if you did that. Now on page 7, you're going to watch this video about a monarchy. And remember that you can click on the closed captions and here he talks fast. So if you want to slow this down, go to playback speed and click on 0.75 and that's going to make it easier to understand. Then you can make it nice and big. Here you're going to answer who is in charge of a monarchy, how does he or she get their power, if a kingdom gets big, who helps the monarch rule, what happens when a monarch gets old. For each of these you'll type the answer here. Long ago, most places had a monarchy for government. Now there are more democracies. Why do you think this change happened? On page 8, you're going to write information about monarchies. So maybe I will write kings or queens are the rulers. Then when you go to write about it, I already put the introduction and the conclusion. So you make your words from page 8 onto sentences here. Monarchy is a government with kings or queens as rulers. Then you will write a few more sentences down here. And then on page 10, this is the trickier part, both monarchies and democracies. So you need to write what is true for both of them. And then only monarchies, right here what only monarchies have, and right here what's true only for democracies. Compare is when we look for what they have that's the same, and contrast is when we write what's different. We will also do that down here. As always at the end, this is to help you make sure that you've done all parts of this. Now, if you want help from me, please come to office hours on Monday or Thursday, and we will be working on something similar to this in class this week. Really proud of you for all the work that you're doing. Please do this homework by this Friday.